what's your background? Like, tell the people who you are. Who is Spotted Ghost?
Okay, where to begin? I guess let's begin from when I started Spotted Ghosts. So I started Spotted Ghosts in 2013, and at that time, I was a software developer. I was contracted by a very large company that made jet engines and rocket engines for spaceships.
Well,
The company was kind of split into three sections. The main thing that they did was that they designed and manufactured fan blades for turbine engines that go on planes, and
wow.
their main customer was Rolls Royce.
Oh,
Um,
okay. So you weren't you wasn't making washing machines there.
no, no. Another section that they had was they had these massive buildings where they tested these jet engines that they made, and if they could, well, if they couldn't blow up a jet engine in this big test bed, then it got put onto a plane. Um,
Wow.
this then the third section, which is the little software team that I worked in, um, we were contracted by NASA and the European Space Agency, and we made a piece of software that they used to simulate um, takeoffs and putting satellites into orbit. So the software that I
Wow.
worked on, it looked a little bit like Google Earth, and you could see the rocket take off, go into the orbit of the Earth, release the satellite, and then the satellite would go into orbit. And what that did was it calculated the radiation on these 3D models. So NASA and the European Space Agency would put these 3D models into this software that we made. The software would simulate the launch and the orbit, and would calculate all of the radiation that these 3D models were being affected by in space. They'd get all of that data, and they would then work out what sort of materials they needed to use to make the satellites out of. Um, it was mainly used for satellites, but they also used it to uh, help design the Mars rover. And
Okay.
that's about it, really.
Okay, but you studied trajectories,
Yeah,
you did calculations, you already know about space. um, you're used to that and you're
yeah,
used to it and you know it. And can you show us like a couple of examples of the things that you did back then?
yeah. Let's show you this.
Hello, Amy, Maisie, hello. And there's Melinda. Hello.
So,
And
to give
crazy
you a bit
girl.
of an example, this is Google Earth. So the software that I worked on was a little bit simpler than this. Uh, the You could see the rocket take off from a point. Can you see my mouse?
No.
Oh yes, there you
Yeah.
can. Right.
No. Yeah.
So the rocket would kind of they'd load their 3D models into this software. The rocket would take off and then go into orbit. Uh, well, release the satellite into orbit around the Earth, and you could watch it in real time, slow it up, speed it down, and it would collect lots of data on that, and then they could work out, like I said, the materials to use in the satellites. To give you an idea, I can't show you any models of 3D models of the satellites that they were using, but I have got a video of something that I made a long time ago.
Something really cool.
So this is, let's press play. This is an app that I made about 4 or 5 years ago. Um, and this is a pretty detailed model of a Lamborghini Aventador. I took it into Lamborghini just up the road and I said, check out what I've just made, and showed this to them. Well, actually, I didn't show you this video, so I showed the Lamborghini to them in the shop
On the
floor.
phone. Yeah.
Yeah, on the phone. They really liked it. I sent it off to the main head office in, I think it was Italy, and they checked it out. I mean, nothing came of it, but this will give you an idea of the sort of how detailed the 3D models were of the
Wow.
satellites and the Mars rover as well.
So can you imagine, like, the guy already knows how to work out those complicated calculations, and just look at that. It's just it's like making a car appear out of nowhere, just like having it on your app. So
Yeah.
wow.
So this was, you could walk around it. I mean, it wasn't there in real life, but on your phone it is, and you can walk around it, get inside, and it's great fun. Something that I did later on, I turned it into a smaller version, and I made it into a little radio controlled car that you could drive around in your house. But I haven't got any video of that, but here's the smaller version of the model.
That's so cool. So you have an app on your phone that you can drive a virtual RC car.
Yeah.
In your home.
Yeah, just for a laugh,
Yeah, that's so cool. And probably kids have good fun with that. Like, just to paint to you the big picture of it.